Okay, we're all good. I think now we're just gonna adjust our lens. And there we go. But yeah, everything's good to go. Okay, oh, let me adjust things on scene 1. Oh, that's the chat box, okay. Looks like the chat box isn't working. But this one works, though. It's one I always try to keep that one over there. Yep, gotta love it, gotta love it. But let me do one more test. One more test. Then we can begin. Because sometimes it's a bit finicky. Okay, it loaded on my end. Just like a couple seconds. Okay, there we go. There we go. Both chat and Streamlabs bots are working. So that's good. Now then, now we can begin our introduction proper. Also, let me center myself to the middle. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. To the shimmy. Okay, anyway. Salut Terence, everyone. This is Terence here, and I am an idol in training helping to bring smiles, laughter, and joy to everyone around the world. Also while playing games and doing fun activities. Well, we mostly do a lot of game stuff, though. But yes, how's everyone doing today? How are we doing today, Entourage? Are we all doing good? Are we all enjoying our Thursday evening, for me at least? Or whatever time of day it is in your time zones? You know, I wonder if I do a Japanese introduction, I probably may have someone comment in Japanese. Although I'm not sure how to say Salut Terence in Japanese, though. But I do know how to say Domo minasan, watashi no Terence channel desu. Soshite idol no shugyo. Gyo oikui shitemasu. Mina yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And that's practically the extent of my Japanese intro when I'm not with Maria-san. But yeah, as for the rest of my day, well, I pretty much woke up early in the morning and ate some breakfast. Yeah, we actually had breakfast for once. And then during the breakfast, we pretty much had to go to work, and as usual, my work area is always kind of a mess. So we had to get that mess somewhat cleaned up, as well as do a whole bunch of extra things in between. And we survived most of the day, which after that, we pretty much ate dinner as well as watched some Hall live clips. Specifically the stuff about Enreco and such. And I think that sums up most of my day. Not a very eventful day, but mostly chill nonetheless. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to our game, shall we? Here we go. Choo. And hello onto the game screen. And now we're going to start Game Builder Garage, which that's the game we're playing today. Though I always kind of find it weird that my mic always glows like different colors. We can change that later. And basically what Game Builder Garage is, a game that's about programming games. Which we have our interactive lessons here, as well as the free program mode. Which we will not be doing that yet. Until we clear all these lessons. Which we got about 3 more to do. Well, 4 more actually. Okay. And I think the last time, for those of you who haven't seen the last stream, we were putting together this Alien Blaster game. And hello, Jose. Welcome to the stream. And of course, we were also finishing up this game too, called On a Row. And now we've reached checkpoint 3, and we're gonna try to clear checkpoint 3 to get to our remaining things. So let's begin, shall we? I shall begin. I've been waiting for you, Terence. Yeah, I see you have been, which is why you had the checkpoint up. Have you tried improving any of the games yet? Coming up with new ideas and trying them out is really important part of game building, you know? Of course it is. But it's also kind of important to make sure you don't overcomplicate what you have too. Otherwise, your project may end up flopping. Because execution is a lot more important than ambition. So you gotta combine the ambition and the execution together to make something truly great. Well, you may need to apply a bit of that problem solving to battle through these puzzles here too. Okay, let's see what you got here. Hey, UFO. Oh. Looks like we need to have our left stick here. And then here. There we go. Then we just get the... Oh, okay. Looks like we have... Okay, there we go. That just doesn't feel right. Okay. How about we... There we go. Okay. Well, I know what to do. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay. Yep, folks, they throw a loop at us with these puzzles. Left and right goes left and right, up and down, and up and down. There we go. Okay. Connect to build shapes. Okay. Okay. In that case, I think we need to try to move you. Oh, wait, it won't let me move you. Okay. Okay. This is going to be pretty interesting. Okay, looks like they're gonna tell me to... do some more things here. And hello, Geyer. Welcome to the stream. How are you? We're playing some Game Builder Garage, which we're pretty much at a checkpoint where we had to solve a puzzle. Using programming, of course. Too bad I can't really adjust the gravity or anything. Hope you're doing well. What if I severed the connection to you? Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, we can't adjust anything here. Let's see. Oh, okay. I think that might solve something, actually. Oh, actually, I think we can adjust to readjust your axis, actually. Okay. Okay. To X plus. Nope. Okay. Not X plus. How about... Yeah. Nope. Basically, yeah, we're gonna have to... Long weeks and months. Glad to catch a stream. Ah, good. Glad to see you here as well. Okay. How about Z negative? Or, oh, wait, or just tell us center. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Okay, target connection. Oh, that just looks weird. Or maybe we can adjust them both to center. Let's see if that'll solve the problem. Nope. Center to center. How about X plus? No. Well, we're in the right track. We're in the right track. No. 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 Damn it. I didn't want to do that. Hello there, Terence. UFOs. You're pretty good at this. Have you been to space before? Today's topic is going to be... Turn on the thing. Well, you not talk to us. You mean... Yeah, I know. We gotta collect this thing. Connection point. But by doing so, connect objects to other objects. You simply take the lower connection point of one object and join it up with the upper connection point to the other. Give it a shot. Try connecting. Making first contact. Whenever you're ready, Terence. Yeah, I know. We're space tuna. In mine as in one. Nice. And then we had to adjust the thing. Yeah, I'm already ahead of you. And now the UFO has a tuna cannon. By the way, how many of you eat tuna? Anybody likes tuna? I choose to believe this is exactly what it is like to make a game. Yeah, it is. This game is mostly just a simplified, very simplified version of how to make a game. What if the tuna's head stuck to UFO? I love it. That would be a true work of art. Well, we shouldn't disappoint. Okay. This is where we choose the sticky slide. You can set auto the sides to choose each other will stick time. If you want to specifically choose which side attached to which, set to manual. On connection point will let you choose which side the object will stick to the side. Yeah, I'm guessing the black part match means it's where it's sticking. These are the tuna fancy object settings, so we're setting which side of the tuna will be attached to the UFO. We want the tuna's head, don't we? So we'll need to pick the Z negative face. I'm talking about the local coordinates here, so Z negative has seen objects, so even if the tuna changed direction, its head will always point to Z minus in the local coordinates. It's a cold, hard fish. Fact. In the case of the humble tuna, its head is the Z face and the tail makes the Z plus. Take note. This is where we choose the sticky side object we attach to. It's ZY plus right now, as you can see. So that means the tuna will attach to the UFO's Y plus face. Normal people would call that the top side. That means the tuna's head will be attached to the top of the UFO. It's not so easy to visualize, isn't it? Let's choose the connection point settings. Close this thing. Now let's see. I don't even know how this could have happened. Yep, and now the tuna's trying to eat the UFO, chat. So you constantly eat tuna? Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Tuna's pretty good. I especially like the tuna spreads, whenever I can afford them. Yeah, I think tuna's head's really stuck on top of the UFOs. There's no shaking that off. When you're done examining the fishy situation, come back to the program screen. A fish stuck to a UFO. There's a story I've been told here, I'm sure of it. I don't know about this, guys. Wouldn't it have been if the dude was nudging me or from behind or something? And did I mention this really tickles? So you want a piggyback ride or rather a tuna back ride? Oh, it's likely to begin. Oh, it's the beginnings of an unlikely friendship. That's right, folks. We are now apparently shipping a tuna and a UFO together in this lesson. Who knew aliens could eat fish too? Or maybe the fish were the aliens all along. Select fancy object node on, okay. Open the settings. Connection. We can set which part of the tuna to parts. Z is in front of the UFO. Y plus is the side with the antenna. We want to attach the UFO to the back, right? So which side would that be? Z plus. Yep. There we go. Okay. No. Oh, now it just looks like it's practically just eating the tuna from behind. Wow, okay. The tuna is eating the UFO's bootay. Wow, okay. And here I thought this was a kid's game. Shall we head back to the screen? See? This is more what I had in mind. Yeah, you sure changed your tuna. Yeah, nice pun, game. Nice pun. By using connections, you can join up all sorts of objects to make more complex ones. The process is simple. You just take the lower point of the object you're going to stick and connect to the upper point of where you want to stick it. This is a very important technique, so keep it in mind. Well, yeah, I knew that. What if we change the connection to here, though? Alright. Okay. Well, technically, I was already going to do this. Okay. Then I think... Okay. Don't worry. I think I know the puzzle, actually. What if we take Z plus and Y plus together? Okay. That just puts us on top of the thing. Okay, we're getting there. We're pretty close. We're pretty close. Okay, C plus. How about X negative? No, actually. There we go. How about both C plus? No, actually, no, that's not it. It's just a matter of experimenting, chat. Because there's a lot of possible combinations we can have. Okay. Now we just gotta stretch it out. Oh. Well, it's like really caved in there. Okay, nope. There we go. I think that's right. But we gotta make it a little bit longer, though. Okay, how about center and Z negative? No. If you find the puzzle really tough, you can skip it as if we're finished. Do you want to do that? I'll soldier on. Okay. How about this? C negative. Ha 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 ha! We did it. Okay, that was a pretty tricky puzzle. Making the person unbreakable. Okay. Oh, that's easy. Okay. Oh, looks like we have to learn something here because we can't even adjust him. Okay. Okay. Destructible. We'll just turn off destructive. Oh, that just... Actually, let's just have that on. Alright. What if we made you? Or other. Oh, actually... Destructive to cancel person. There we go. What if that works? Ha 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 ha. Puzzle solved. Easy peasy. Easiest puzzle of my life. Stopping with not. Huh, that's pretty weird. Okay, so button moves the box. And... What does not mean? If the input is 0, then the be 1. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Can't sever that connection. Okay. C Y. Oh. Oh, actually... Yeah, the point of not is to do the opposite of everything you're doing. Oh, he just ran off the freaking edge. There you go. Or what if we move the thing faster than the knot can move it, actually? Okay. How about you? No, click the thing. There we go. Nah, I'm good. Forward and backwards. Okay. Oh. Let me fix that, actually. It's like pretty much the game just telling you, hey, this is just gonna make you... Hey, you're taking too long for this. Why don't you stop doing it? What if we adjust your movement speed? Okay, can't do that. Game needs to let people cook. I know, right? Or maybe we can... Oh no, we can't adjust its speed. Okay. Okay. Close the connection. Input if pressed. Then output. Oh, actually... Okay. Whoops. Let's now go there. Okay. No, that's just making him run. Oh yeah, what if we connect... Oh yeah, we can't. Okay. Oh, maybe I might be able to do something with that. No, okay. Can't. Okay. Or better yet, how about we cut this connection? There we go. And then see if that works. Alright, now we can cut the connection. There we go. Oh, wait, that just resets everything. Of course they want to make it complex. Oh. What if we make you move? There we go. Okay, that was a little tricky. But we did it, chat. The meaning of and. Okay. Output will only happen when both inputs required are met. Okay. So I'm guessing L and R go in U. There we go. Oh, we gotta press them both at the same time. There we go. Finally, checkpoint clear. Terence, you're really starting to know your way around Game Builder Garage. In fact, you could try your hand at improving games. Sometimes programming is tricky, and you might get some bugs sneaking in your work. Yeah, that kind of says the same for all game development. Like you never know when you might see some unexpected bugs. But that's okay. Challenge helps you learn, and bugs are just another step to helping you get better. Yes, they are. Even complete failure can lead to huge improvements. And like the epic words of Shigeru Miyamoto, a delayed game will eventually be a good game. Bad games are forever. If there's anything you're not sure of, just take a look at Alice's guide. Okie dokie. See you at the next checkpoint. Okay, after all that trouble, we can finally get to our next game. 80 minutes, okay. Risky run. Tracking the player with the camera. Hey, welcome to Lesson 4. Alrighty, you know, I feel like we're really coming to a decisive point with these interactive lessons. The game we'll be creating is called Risky Run. Basically Super Mario Brothers. Okay. Minus the Super Mario Brothers. Punch him right in the face. In the eyeball. Yeah, let's see that again. Yep. But why the hell do you need to collect an apple just to throw a punch, though? It's an action game. You get to overcome all sorts of obstacles to get to the goal. That's right, folks. We went from a shooter game to now making a 2D platformer. You'll have to watch the previous streams if you want to see that stuff. See that whole process, though. I'm so excited. You're well on the way of mastering the art of programming. Let's get down with some programming. To the program screen. Go, go, go! Yeah, you're really excited, aren't you? First, we'll need a movable person as our player character. Let's call up a person node on. Alright then. Okay, objects, characters. Person? Oh, this time he stops telling you where to actually go. Hi there, peeps. Great to be working with you again. Let's make the player small and stick them on the floor. Okay, sounds good. They almost never let you do this in the interactive lesson. In those checkpoint lessons. Will you please open the first node on settings? Yep. Open color. Sure. And select light blue. Okay. Next, could you set your jump set to... jump straight to negative 0.50? Now, in this game, our player will be moving to the right. So please set the y-axis to negative 90. Or, yep. Make the player face right. Okay. It's a position, right? Oh. Negative 90, okay. I was looking at rotation and I was like, thinking, what the crap? And that's settings. Now we want to be able to move our player with the controller. Let's call it the stick node on. Inputs. Stick movements. Left and right. Boy, we're seeing each other a lot, Terence. Well, that's because we're making action games. Then we'll stick your right there. Left and right. Now we need a button node on for B. There we go. And then connect you to the jump button. Yep, of course. B to jump and A to do whatever things. Now look what you can do with the person. I can move it left and right. Left stick. It jumps when you press B. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, look at me move. Look at my momentum. Look at how weirdly I can steer my jumps. Guess it's been a while since we used the person as player code. But I'm betting you'll get the hang of it by now. So in this game, we'll move across a long stage to get to the goal. If we want a long stage, we'll need a game to follow the player as they move. You know what that means. Time for more programming. First, let's call our old friend game screen node on. Game screen. Well, hello, Terence. Okay, darling, time for you to dazzle me with your radiant programming. Just let it flow naturally, yes? Let's make the screen a little bigger. Sure, no problem. Next, we'll make it so that the screen follows the player around. How do you do that, you ask? By connecting the game screen node on to the person node on. Oh, that's pretty cool. You're saying I get to do some full coverage on the player? My pleasure, darling. No matter where they go, my camera is going to stick to them like glue. Let's see how that connection works. Yep. Nice. And the connection works. Levels environment. First, let's call up the world node on so we can remove the floor we have now. Sekai node on. Or as I like to call him now. Which that means world in Japanese. I can see the future clearly. You shall endure a long trial to gain something irreplaceable. Open the world node in settings. Set the world shape to none. Okay. None. Okay. Now close the screen. Next, you'll need to call on the box object node on. Okay, box. Hey, bud, it's me again. Object node on. Then we gotta stretch him out. Nice and wide. Now open node object node on settings. We want to use this object as a platform, so under properties, these enable only visible and solid. Nice. Let's take a peek at the game screen. We made our first platform. Next, we'll be adding a bunch of platforms. To the program screen. And with that, you cleared step 1. Good work. Yup, looks great. Marvelous, darling. You're damn right. So, how was your first step in making Risky Run? I mean, I kind of like the fact that you're not as hand-holding as you were before. Although I do kinda miss that, but that's only because my reading comprehension isn't that good. But we'll get better with the reading. Having a game screen follow your character makes it feel like a real game, right? Oh yeah, close enough. Yep, I can definitely agree with that. Next time, we're going to program in some enemy characters. Yikes! See you in step 2. Okay. And let's take a look at that expansive guide that Alice has. We're probably not gonna get through all this, though. We'll probably do that on our own screen whenever we feel too lost. Ah, there you are. Welcome to step 2 of Risky Run. Let's start by controlling the person with L and B. Remember how we made the game screen follow the person around? Yeah, we just had to attach the blue wire to him. In step 2, we're gonna add some aliens as enemy characters. That's right, to the program screen. Now, let's call up fancy object node on. Specifically round fancy object. Alright, alien. Oh, I feel as though I'm about to be sucked into a deep vortex of a humongous eye. And the glistering beauty of a non-carbon based body, this is simply to die for. Yeah, beauty's definitely in the eye of the beholder here. Open up setting screens. Other properties. Enable visible. Full. Solid, destructible, and destructive. Okay. We want the alien to be facing the player. Okay. Y minus axis rotation, okay. To 90 degrees. Or I can just input it here. Close the screen. And now let's add a few more aliens. Luckily, their settings still stay the same. Got to say, all this axis stuff is where my brain would just stop. Oh yeah, it's definitely kind of confusing at first. But it just boils down to just simple math and positioning. It's just complicated versions of that. Also, I gotta go to an idle meeting real quick, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I brought some drinks with me. Hopefully the wait wasn't too long. Try copying the fancy object note on. Yep. Yep. 2 aliens. Looks like the start of an invasion. Next, open the person note on settings. We want the player to break when touched by an alien, so enable destructible under properties. And you're done. I think we better see what these aliens are up to on the game screen. This will go against your instincts, but I want you to walk right into the alien blocking your way. Hello? And it broke just like it's supposed to. But don't you think something's missing? That's right, when the player breaks, we want an automatic retry. Let's add it so we make happens. Go ahead and call up the object break node on. Constant? No. Okay, state change, object break. Well, now, same as usual. Want me to check when something breaks? I can tell you about objects. Objects break until the cows come home. What drink? We have some Lipton citrus tea as well as some orange soda. Well, 2 bottles of Lipton tea and my orange soda that I had earlier. Open its settings. Open check what? Enable person. Person only. Now close the screen. In the settings. So you want me to check when the player breaks, huh, honey? You just leave that to me. Next, you'll need to call up the time from now on. Okay. Do you have to call me up here for every lesson? You're kind of needed for everything, my guy. It would just really help me if you could try to check my schedule beforehand and stick to it. Right. Anyway, let's give our time a little nudge. Then you connect the object node onto you. And last but not least, call up the retry node on. Retry. Oh, how I wish I could undo things. What's the matter? Earlier, I accidentally called the object breaker node on Mom. So embarrassing. I just want to undo my mistake. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll watch over for you if you're feeling lost. Like a mother. Like a mother. Anyways, let's just move the retry node on. Now connect the timer node on to the output. So now when the player breaks, you get to retry again 1 second later. Now things are running the way they're supposed to. Now let's on to the game screen. Try bump into the alien. Ouch! Retry works like this, but I'm detecting one tiny little problem. Could you try falling off the platform? Job! Goodbye, cruel world. Yeah, nothing happens. Falling off the platform, so what you try to do ideally. You'll learn how to do that next step. That's it for now. You know what I'm going to say yet. Step 2 is done! In step 3, we'll go through how to trigger retry when falling off the stage. There's also some new node-ons to look forward to. Alright then, see you in the next step. Okay. That's either reassuring or horrifying to a program. We'll always retry no matter what. Ah yeah, especially when our game is pretty much looking to have insta-death in it. Name it Plummet's Perilous. Hello. Time for step 3 of lesson 4. Last time we set up Alien as the enemy character. And we're jumping over them. Yeah. And that failed. And stay with me here, but could you try falling off the stage here? Okay, goodbye cruel world. Yeah, nothing but an eternal plunge into a bottomless abyss. You just keep falling forever. I guess we could rethink this. Call our game Forever Fall instead. Let's fix that so you can redrop if you fall off stage. To the program screen. Oh. We know the game gives you a retry when a player destroyed, so we should make it so that falling off the stage also destroys the player. But how do we trigger something when the player falls off the stage? By checking the player's location. To be more precise, by using a node-on that monitors a thing's location, namely the location sensor node-on. Select objects, sensors, location sensors. There we go. How do you do on the location sensor node-on? Location sensor node-on. You want me to keep an eye out for where the player is? Of course, just leave it to me. And then open the disable visible under properties. Now close the screen. Now we'll connect the location center node-on to the person node-on. Wait, you can have 2 connections at once? Well, they didn't tell me that. Okay. Next, the location. Now the location sensor node-on is outputting the player's position. Next, we'll make it so that we can detect whenever the player is above the level's floor or not. For that, we'll need the comparison node-on. Call up the comparison node-on if you want to know the greater or less than type. Okay, greater. Huh? Did the player fall off the platform yet? Did they? I need to know. Drag you right here. There you go. First, connect the location center node-on's Y port to the comparison node-on's 1 port. Okay. Connection. Now the player's Y position, or the height of the player's location, is an input for the comparison node-on. And to compare whenever the height of the player's location is lower than the stage, we'll need the constant node-on. Constant node-on reporting for duty. And I'm feeling as unchanging, steadfast as ever. So by comparing this constant node-on to the height of the player's location, from earlier, we can detect that the player is below the floor. Okay. To check whenever the player's position is lower than the floor, we'll set enough or lower than the position. Set it to -3. Okay, there we go. And now we'll move the constant node on. And connect it to the import 2 points. No, there we go. Now if the player falls off the platform, so their position will definitely be below -3. The comparison node on to detect this and send out a signal. And with that, our program can determine when the player has fallen off the level. Using this, we'll want to make it so that the player is destroyed when they fall off the platform. Now go to Objects, Launch, Destroy, and select the Destroy node. Well, 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 what do we have here? Destroy object node on. Looks like somebody wants something broken. Don't worry, we've all been there. You just leave that to little old me. I live for this stuff. I'll destroy whatever you want, just the way you want. I see. Okay, so you're pretty much like the Incredible Hulk of Nodons, okay. As you might have guessed, the destroy of object Nodon destroys anything it's touching. Let's move it a bit. And open the screen. Now disable visible to other properties. Open destroy what? Oh, there we go. Here's what you can tell the destroy object node on. Here's where you can tell the destroy object node on what to destroy. We just want to destroy the player who is a person, so enable person only. There we go. Perfect. Now close screen space. Could you connect the destroy object node on to the person node on? To destroy all node on and the person node on are linked. Wow, this guy has like 3 connections going on to him. It's like he's getting life support now. So the player is constantly in contact with the destroyer object node on. This will be fun. To finish up, connect the comparison node on to the destroy object node on. Like you? Great. This way the player will be destroyed whenever the comparison node on sends an output signal. In other words, if the player were to suffer for an unfortunate fall under the level, I'll only be too happy to do some breaking. It'll be kindness, really. Though, of course, I do hope it won't come to that. Well, wow. Anyway, let's see how it all looks on the game screen. Alright. Geronimo! Falling off the level destroys the player, and we get an automatic retry. Looks like we got an action game going. Yeah, let's try that again. Let's go to the program screen. You know what this means. Start the fanfare. You cleared step 3. Great. Good job. Excellent. Congratulations. We need a program that destroys the player if they fall off the level. With the combination of a whole bunch of other nodons. In the next step, we'll set up a bunch of cool new features for the level. See you next time. Making falls dangerous. Okay, looks like we have another node on here. Welcome, welcome. This is step 4 of Risky Run. Which it's getting more and more risky as we continue to program it. Let's go over what we did last time. Try falling off the level now. Yeah, we made ourselves a checkpoint. We'll be getting more into the gritty details this time. We're going to start filling our level with tricks and traps. Let's start with a sea swell to shake things up. Okay, let's head straight to the program screen. Go, go, go! First, we'll need to call up a spear object node to serve as the base of our seesaw. Okay. Hey, you want me to serve me to function as a nice sturdy base while you build something on top of me? I can do that. Place you right here. In the setting screens. Well, we need visible, right? Now pop onto the setting screens. Next, call up box object node on to act as our seesaw. I guess I'll be rocking can up and down. Oh, sounds like fun. We gotta spin you up. Okay. Open the settings screens. See. There we go. Now to the color. Oh, color. Okay. Let's go with a nice yellow. Open up the connection point. Connection point. Okay, there we go. Set below the target to the connection point to center. Okay. And close the screen. Connect the box object node onto the spear node while we're using as a base. Let's look, see if it's all working. You. Okay. I mean, I guess it looks like a seesaw. But it's not moving. I know some things about seesaw, and I'm pretty sure that's just wrong. Let's turn this mock seesaw into a rock seesaw. And how do we do that? By using a special connection. It's actually not that complicated. Go to Objects, select Hinge Connections, and Z hinge. Okay. Whoa, hey guys. Hinge connection node on. Could make a game about just falling forever until the player quits. Oh yeah, that sounds like a pretty fun game, actually. Oh wait, they actually do have a game like that called Downwell. And I'm here to get things moving. In a sec, we'll slot our enthusiastic friend between our two objects. And I think you'll find the spin any object before it's connected to. Oh, you got that right. I was bored to move. Now put me in there so I can get spinning. Let's dance! Huh, okay. Loving the passion. Let's remove the connection between the boss object node and the object node on. Now insert the hinge into that space. Then connect the object node onto the hinge node. Then connect the sphere node onto the object node. Here we go. I'll get that box spinning. Watch me. Oh, this might be a bad time to mention this might be a bad time to mention my motion sickness. I didn't hear that. Let's go, Meg. Make sure everything's working. Yeah, imagine inanimate objects having motion sicknesses. That's an A for effort. But it might be too much in fasting. It's more buzz than seesaw. Whoa. I don't know. I think it's working. Let's see what we can do about that. I was trying to see how long I can stay on the thing. Okay. Nope. 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 No. No. Wow, okay. Sure thing, one seesaw coming right up. All you gotta do is mess around with my range settings. Well, just a range. It'll spin through. Set the left slider to -45 and the right slider to 45. Okay. We can just enter it here. That sets the spin range between 45 degrees and -45 degrees and 45 degrees. You can close the screen settings. Time to see if it worked. Well, was it going too fast? Thing was working just fine. I guess it was just going too fast. We're in business. It's moving like a seesaw should. Yeah. All thanks to the high hinge connector node on. You. Okay. Okay, pretty fun thing right there. And there you have it. Step 4 is done. Woohoo, good job, Yosh. I feel dizzy. You learned how to create a seesaw using the hinge connector node on. But next time we'll be programming something a little different. Looking forward to seeing you in the next step. Okay, good. We're at the halfway point now. Learning how to dance. Here we go. It's step 5 of Risky Run. That's what we'll do. Yes. Yeesh. Yep, we made a seesaw. And used a high connector node on to create seesaw mechanism. Next, we're going to learn how to create a pushable box. Okay, say it with me now. To the program screen. Go, go, go. Let's start by making a platform. Call up a box, check node on. Okay. Stretch you out real nice and thin, like a pizza. And the setting screens. There we go. And we're done with the settings, at least for the moment. There you go. I think its own already has the ideas before me. That's a head off. Hope you have a good stream and a good Friday tomorrow. Alright, Geyer, thank you for dropping by. Much appreciated. Next, we want another box object node on to play the part of the pushable box. Okay. Box. Some may call me a pushover. Maybe they're right. Let's put you above the platform. And now we'll do some settings adjustment. Enable visible, solid, and movable. Should make you a color too. Light blue should do, I think. Now you can close settings. Time to give this a test run. Can you go to the platform after the seesaw? Try pushing the light blue blocks. See, you can push it right off the platform. And there it goes! Well, I mean, of course it fell off. But actually, believe it or not, we want a box that doesn't fall when you push it off the platform. Time for more programming. We'll need something extra so we can push it and make sure it doesn't fall off the platform. And that something is yet another special connector. I'll need you to go to Action, Slide, Connectors. And go with Z Slide. And you're this programmer I've been hearing about. Slide connector node on. My name is Slide connector node on. And I will follow you always. If the slide connector node on is connected on both sides, the object gets connected will move along one axis. That's right. Just give me the order, Terence. No arguments here. Let's give it a try then. So, the box, could you connect the upper... Now collect the slide. The other platform. Good. What I do is on the X minus axis. Meaning the box can only move left or right. Watch how awesome it'll be, Terence. Time to see it in action. Okay. You. And let's see. Oh. Off the platform, even floated in the air. Heh, that was fun. Although it'll be a little hard to use if it just flies into the sun. So let's do some adjusting. How did you like that, Terence? Cool, huh? Yeah, it was pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool. What, you need to not fly off forever? I'm so sorry, I'll take full responsibility. Whoa, it's okay, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, let's open up in settings. With the range option, we can configure the range of movement, so what it's connected to. Set the left slider to 0. And the left to free. Now close the settings screens. A second chance to prove myself. Thank you, Terence. I'll make the most of this opportunity. You're a good apple, Nodon. Well, let's look at the game screen. Give the box a push. Well, we gotta actually get to the thing. It stopped midway. That should make it a bit easier to use, eh? Back to the program screen. Was that okay? Yes, it went well. What a relief. I thought that for sure Terence would delete me. Yeah, let me explain. Let's make the next platform. Could you copy this object node on? And adjust its size to the blue frame. There we go. Yep. And keep on going. And move you there. Now looks like... Now we got something like stairs. Give it a try on the program screen. Whoops. Wow, you just forgot your jump button already, boy? Yeah, still gotta get there first, buddy. Woo. Like we got some cool stuff at this level now. Once you're done checking everything, go to the program screen. Okay. And cue drum roll. Step 5 is finished. All you needed was a good push. Very well done. Nice one. So we used the slide connector node on to push around the blocks. Box, technically. In the next step, things are going to get even more technical. Also, I just realized I never posted the stream to Twitter. Yeah, I didn't even tweet about the stream. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Post. There we go. There's the blue sky tweet at least. And now for Twitter. This will only take a second, chat. There we go. There we go. In the next step, things are gonna get even more technical. I hope you're looking forward to it. Lining around this connector. Oh, this is where with these node-ons, we're definitely gonna get very technical. Okay. Making a moving platform. Well, hello again. We're moving into the last half of our build for Risky Run. And we still have plenty more features to add to our game. This time, we've got something really cool. Moving platforms. You know what to do. To the program screen. Let's review what we did so far. Made a seesaw, some enemies. Made this thing pushable to the exam and made more platforms. Okay. Okay. Okay, before we make any moving platforms, I think it's a bit painful the whole level every time we check things. But we can just teleport right to where we need to be. And anytime there's a teleporting to be done, need to teleport object entrance node on for that. Teleport object entrance. Yeah. Oh, seeker of the way, thou must trust the path before thee. Stack you on top. No, teleport ID to H. What? Oh, H, okay. Open teleport what? Enable person only. Car, yep. Close the screen. And then settings screen. Settings screen. And now place the teleport exit node onto the stairway. Let's destroy trend. Oh, seeker found the way ahead is unknown to thee. Thou must enter without hesitation. Place you there, yep. In the settings to H. Close the screen. So now when we start the game, we'll warp straight to the stairway part of the level. Let's check it out. We step straight away to the stairway. That's so much. This should make checking on things much easier. Okay, on to main event. The main event, making a moving platform. In order to make a moving platform, we'll need to ask our friend slide connector node on. That please call up a spear object node on. Move it to the blue frame. Okay, there. Now open the settings. Yep, okay. Enable visible. Okay. Now we're going to call a box object node on. Okay. It's all good. Guess I'll be moving you around a bit. No problem. There we go. Now go to the settings, okay. Invisible. Now open color, okay. Lime green, okay. Now let's open the connection point settings. Oh. Set both phone connection point to center, okay. Then close the screen, okay. Now we're done with settings. Now please call Y slide connector node on. Why? What a pleasure it is to be used to you again, Terence. I'll tell you, no matter what happens, I'll follow you until the end. This time, I'm a Y slide, so I'll move whenever I'm connected up and down. And connect the box object node on. With you. Then connect you. Okay, then that's the two object node-ons. Connect. Can't wait to see this one. Oops, this platform fell off. If you make the action, you can just take one. Yep, it fell right down. So you want me to make this platform box move up and down, right? Then you're going to need to add a value to my input port. If you do that, I'll slide the box based on the value I receive. Just what we need. Let's give it a try. Can you call a constant node on? Okay. Behold, I am the constant node on. I am immutable, steadfast, unchanging. Connect the constant node on to the slide connector node on. Okay? Now the slide connector node on is receiving an input of 1.0. Now it's not moving. Plus the position is fixed relative to the ball. So that's how it works. When we put the value on the slide connector node on, it slides an object based on the size of the value. Now let's adjust its program to a moving platform. Could you delete the connection between the constant node on and slide connector node on? Okay. Great. Instead, we'll connect some kind of node on that outputs a changing value. The counter node on. Go ahead and call. Please connect the constant node on to the counter. There's output. That way the counter node on will count out numbers continuously. We'll need to look at the counter node on settings. Select mode to bounce. Then under count range, set the left slider to -3 and the right slider to -3. Okay. Okay. Now the counter will count bounce between 3 and -3. Close the screen settings. Okay, the connector node on. Then connect to you. How will this affect the movement? Good question. Let's head to the game screen and find out. Too fast. Way too fast. That just launched my ass into the air, too. But the platform moved so fast. I'll find it hard to use no matter what, how many times I try. Let's maybe fix that on the program screen. The constant node-on is putting out a value of 1. That means the counter node-on adds 1 to the value each time it counts. Its speeds keep increasing like that. The platform gets way too fast. Looks like we'll have to fiddle with constant node-on settings a bit. How about you? Open the screen. There we go. Let's see. Okay, that's a lot better. Lastly, we don't want to see that white spear in the middle. Open the spear objects. Oh yeah, that's just there as a measuring stick right there. Okay. Another white spear in sight. Yep, indeed. This programming stuff is too intriguing. Copy this platform. Okay. Next, make it bigger and pop in. Okay. Well, technically, we're making it wider, but yeah. Give it a try. You do. Nice, you're on a new platform. Looks like our level is filling out little by little. Hop over to the program screen. But maybe not now, because that's the end of step 6. Awesome, 1, 2, 3, clean work. Knew you could do it. We made some pretty tricky mechanics this time, eh? Moving platforms like this make it feel like a proper game. This is getting pretty exciting. Next time, it'll be even more like a game. We'll make an item that lets you punch things. Kapow! It's a little bit more difficult, but I know you can do it, Terence. See you in the next step, friend. Oh wow, we got some interesting other node-ons here. Making power-ups for items. Yep, we're gonna go for a lot of things here. Okay, let's see what step 7's all about. Welcome to step 7 of Risky Run. Previously, we learned how to make a moving platform. We're well on our way to filling this level with lots of cool features. Let's keep it up. This time, we'll add some items. That lets us defeat aliens by punching them. This step will be long and a bit challenging, but I know you got the skills to ace it. Okay, let's see what we can get up on the program screen. Are you ready? Go, go, go! First, we'll make things easier on ourselves and adjust our teleport. Inside the blue frame, yep. Now when you start the next game, you'll teleport to the area. Just have to move back. Cool, right? Let's give it a try. Yay, the teleporter worked! Wireframe looks a bit weird though. Time to get to work by adding some aliens then. To the program screen. Do you think this area might be a little simple? Let's add a layer to it. If you could copy this platform. Adjust the size of the platform. Oh, all the way over here. Okay. Now we got multiple levels. Next, call up an alien fancy node on. Gorgeous glizzy eye. There you go. Then open the settings. Under properties, enable visible, solid, destructible. There you go. And the 290. There we go. There you go. Now copy again. Copy. There you go. Keep it coming. Keep the copying coming. Very nice. So many aliens. And there's almost a painful beauty to the rhythm you place them in. Yep, that's what we call sound design. You are clearly a genius with amazing touch, and I should know. Well, let's get a good look at these these amazing aliens then. But there's no way for us to deal with these aliens right now. If there's one thing we need to be an alien, it's a good left hook. We need to make an item that lets us punch. To the program screen. Let's place an apple. That will be our object. Apple. And then we'll get you here. And open settings. It's destructible. Close the settings again. So we placed an apple in our game. Now you can just open the settings. Now could you open put a person node on? Enable destructive under properties. Back to our program screen. Now the player should be able to destroy the apple. Let's give it a try. Perfect, you got it. Of course, it's not like the player can punch just because they grabbed an apple. So here's the main event. We'll make it so grabbing the apple lets us throw punches. We'll be having the player grab the apple here, but we can also think of this as the apple being destroyed. In other words, if we know when the apple has been destroyed, it can determine if it's been grabbed. So there's a node on I think we can use that I think you're familiar with. Could you call it the object break node on? State change, okay. Object break, yep. How are things? Is somebody about to fall to pieces again? Some people can't help themselves. I guess it's a little old for me to tell you what they do. There we go. Then take a look at the settings. Opens checks one. And enable Apple only. Now close the screen. We're finished with settings. So you need to know when this apple breaks, do you, sugar? But you know, I can only tell you the moment it breaks, right? Anything after that, you're on your own. The node-on's got a point. Object break node-on only outputs a signal at the moment the apple breaks. But right now, what we need is something that continuously sends a signal after the apple break. After the apple breaks. That's why we need to remember the apple is broken and then continuously send a signal. Go to middle, flag counter, to random, select flag node on. Jeez. Flag node on. I don't like broccoli, Mom. Well, Rip Van Winkle, he's asleep right now. But when he receives an input signal, it wakes up. So when the flag node on wakes up, we can say it's switched on. Now I need you to pop the flag node next to you. Since we need the flag node on to switch on when the apple breaks. You'll need to connect the object break node on to flag node on's on port. Wake me up when that apple breaks. Zzz. Once the flag node on gets a signal from the object break node on, it'll switch on. I'll send an output signal. No, it'll send an output signal the whole time it's switched on. In other words, once the apple breaks, a signal will be sent out constantly. Now we can work on using the flag node on to make the player throw some punches. Kapow! Kapow! What we want next is to make a connection to the person node on's action point. But since the person node on's far away, that might not work out. But there's a way around this. We can use a special node on that lets us make long connections. Program layout. Wormhole entrance node on. Okay. This is entrance A, I repeat. This is entrance A. Come in. Wormhole entrance node on. I will transmit a signal once Sleeping Beauty wakes up over. This wormhole entrance node on is a little hole in space that lets us connect to far off places. Set the wormhole entrance node on next to the flag node on. And add a connection between the two. Now we're ready to warp the connection to the flag node on. all we need to do is need is a place for a connector, the connection to reappear. To middle, program layout, wormhole exit. Breaker. This is exit A. Repeat exit A. Transmitting the signal once returns from beyond over. We got that signal going to the wormhole entrance nodon. And now that signal will come out of this wormhole exit nodon. Could you move the wormhole nodon over to the blue ring? So if you recall, we want to make the player throw punches once the apple is broken. First, we can make it we'll make it so we can punch with Y. Could you call up a button nodon? Yo, there's only one way to punch, and that's as fast as you can. Forever, blammo! Sharp as ever. Move to the blue frame. Now open up the button nodon settings. And change the output timing to on press. Now the button nodon will set the signal only at the exact moment when Y is pressed. Not for the whole time the button is held. Close screen. Now we don't just want the player to punch just any old time when we press Y. We need it so they punch once they picked up an apple. That means we're going to need the AND nodon. And okay, logic. And okay. If those two are ready, I'll send off the signal. Got it? Let's plop you right here. Then connect wormhole exit to nodon's input 1. There you go. And then connect the button to there. Nice. So condition 1 is the apple breaking. And condition 2 is pushing Y. That is so cool. Once those two are both ready, I'll send out a signal. And we can put you to the action. Now the action port will only receive a signal when pushing Y while the apple is broken. Can you open up the person nodon settings? Yes, we can. Now open action. Oh, action. Oh, this is where we can adjust the punching and kicking. Here we can determine what action will be taken. When the person's nodon acts or receives a signal. We want to set this to punch, of course. Now we can close the screen. Ooh, that was a lot of work. Now we can go and see the fruits of our labor. Grab the apple. Oh yeah, we can mash it too. There you go. But you hit retry. Oh. Yeah. Aliens aren't be affected by it though. Yeah, there we go. Time to boost our approach with a bit of programming. That punch has to be strong enough to smash those aliens. So we're going to need help with a node-on that destroys things. Time to call to destroy object node-on, or we could just copy the one that's right here on the screen. Do you need something, darling? You want something destroyed again? Naughty, naughty. Yes, we are naughty, I guess, huh? Oh, and hey, Hill, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We're pretty much making a platformer now. In case you couldn't tell. Now open up destroy one. Enable alien only. There we go. And you can close this. Thank you. And now open to connection point. Okay. To do a punch that breaks objects, we need to destroy object in front of the node-on. Set own connection point to X and to Z. Now close the screen. That's it for settings. Next, connect the destroy object to the person node-on. Oh. Holy crap. Now the destroy object node-on is linked in front of the player. In other words, if an alien's right in front of the player, that alien can be destroyed. Though that means right now, all the person needs to do is get in front of an alien and it will be destroyed. Let's change that to so that the destroy node-on destroys an alien only when we throw a punch. So we know that when we punch, this and node-on is sending out a signal. Now we can destroy. Now we can connect the and node-on to destroy the destroy object node-on. Okay. There we go. Output, okay. And we should be able to destroy the aliens by punching them. Curse smack! Okay. Grab the app and take care of those aliens. Go. There we go. Punch! Punch! Yeah! Now we're done making an item. That lets us punch. But there's just one thing that's been bugging me. If the person playing the game is going to know when they pick up an apple, they'll be able to punch enemies. Let's do something that lets the player know they can punch by picking up apples. Just one final push to the program screen. How do we communicate things to the player? We'll use the text object node-on. Go ahead and call up and text object. Aha, the everyday is magical. The everyday, the magical power of words. Every single word can be all it takes to make someone smile. That was profound. Yes, it was. Let's make this guy a little bit bigger and place it above. Okay. Alright, that's good enough size. Untext the dive object. Go to properties, enable visible only. Next, set Z under to there. Serial.10. Well, make the top object node on. Write a little message to the player. Select edit, then press Y to punch. Okay. Y to punch. Yes, I did. Okay, now close the screen. Next, we'll arrange it so that the text object node on displays the message when the apple breaks. Can you call up the teleport edge object node on? There we go. Nice, nice. Words have considerable power. The power to influence the world around us. Stack you on top of you. Next, I now need you to correct the object break node on to the teleport thing. Now call up the teleport exit node on. One does not simply dismiss the power of words. We'll place you down here. And then open the settings here. Go to properties and disable visible. Set Z under position plus 80. Okay, to position. Dot 80. Here we go. Let's scream. There we go. Give the apple. And there's our message. This way the player knows that they can throw punches. Perfect. Let's head back to the program screen. And now it's time for me to say, Step 7 is done. Excellent. See, oh, good job. That was seriously a marathon of steps, but you made it. Great work. I just knew you could hang in there until the end, Terence. Yeah, I did too. Almost did feel myself getting a little drowsy there, but we pulled it off though, didn't we, chat? This game's a little bit technical, so I think it is a little bit hard to find things to talk about though. But I do want to say, or ask you guys, what would you say your favorite platformers are? Since we are making a platformer. Alrighty, we're getting closer and closer to completing our game. In the next step, we'll be working on a boss. See you then. There we go. Now I'm gonna make a boss and everything else here. Let's keep it going. Hey there, nice to see you. Let's get started on step 8 of Risky Run. Yips. Last time we made an item that lets us punch enemies when collected. Basically a Mario power-up. This time we're gonna work on a boss enemy. To the program screen. Go, go, go. Oh, I always forget that. First off, we'll need a nice area that's fit for a boss fight. Yep, sounds good. There we go. Oh, you just want to make it smaller? Okay. I mean, we gotta make boss areas a bit big for our boss at least. Copy again. Or we're just gonna build our way to him, okay. Now, copy again. This one goes even lower. Getting tired yet? Nah, not really. It'll take a lot more to get me tired. Although I think the last game that actually technically made me tired would have to be Vtubie, though. Let's check out the new platforms. Oops. There we go. There you go. Jump. You. Yeep. Jump. I'd say we got a fun multi-leveled game environment. Plenty of room for a death-defying boss fight. Now, let's head back to the program screen and make a boss. Our boss is going to be a bigger alien. Did you copy this fact? See object node on? Yep, sounds good. Cool. And we can make it huge and stick it near the end. Exactly where a boss should be. But that's not all. We need the boss to come out fighting. Call up a launch object node on. You want it to launch 10 objects. Launch 10? Okay. Well, if it isn't Terence. What? You want to use me as a boss attack? Ever since I was a kid, I dreamed of being a hero fighting on the side of justice. And now you're saying you want me to help the bad guy? I mean, well, I guess it could be kind of fun. Eh, why not? Okay, I got this. Wow, I'm glad we got that figured out, huh? Let's make him smaller. Put him right next to the boss. Now, note on settings. Open launch direction. Launch direction. We're gonna be aiming to the left, so. And set the launch speed to free. Okay. This is usually easier. Set the launch interval to few. Lastly, open material. Material. And choose 0 gravity. Okay. With these settings, all the shots will fly straight ahead without falling. Close the screen. These shots are going to fly forever. That's not so great, is it? They could cause problems with the game, so we need to make a way to make them disappear. To do that, we need help of our friend teleport object. Hold on. Destruction and creations are both two sides of the same coin. Yes, they are. Oh, that's pretty heavy. Okay. Okay, a little bit bigger. Okay, smaller. There we go. Next, you need to open the Nodon's settings screen. Teleport B. Go to Properties and Display Disable Visible. We're done with the screen. Let's check out how things are going. Wait. Hold up a minute. For now, we can make the person invulnerable. That'll make things easier to check. Disable destructible. Close this menu. And takes two. Let's see how it looks. Keep defeating the aliens till you get to the boss. Boom. Boom. Shots incoming. And he's down. Yeah, way ahead of you. But he's still shooting even though he's dead. Duh, looks like you're not aiming kind of deep, so it was kind of easy. But if you play it for real, it'll be tough to dodge those shots. That's just good programming. Did you notice anything weird? The shots are still coming out the boss even though it's dead. We can fix that so shots won't be fired after the boss is defeated. And how we're going to stop those shots from firing? We can connect another launch object node while giving it a signal to shoot. Then once the boss is destroyed, we can stop the signal, which will stop the shots from being fired. First, we'll need a nodon that observes whenever or not the boss alien is destroyed. Checking whenever or not something is destroyed usually would be a job for an object break nodon. But object break nodon will send out a signal when any alien is defeated, not just the boss. So the usual method for fixing this problem won't cut it. Can you go to Objects, Sensors, Destroy Sensor. Hello, I'm Destroyed Sensor Nodon. Yes, indeed. Okay. I'll do my absolute utmost best to watch over you. Nothing unsafe will happen on my watch. And if somehow something gets destroyed despite my unwavering diligence, I will do my utmost absolute very best to let you know the incident happens. I swear it. It's a bit in your face, but that's the destroy sensor nodon for you. It keeps an eye on whatever the object it's connected to is destroyed or not. It only looks at the object it's connected to, so it works a bit differently than object break nodon. Yes, indeed. I'll keep watch over everything. Keep it safe, keep it warm. Give it a protective squeeze, safety hug. Anyway, let's move this node on a little bit. Now connect destroy node to the fancy object node on. Or you. Okay. There we go. Now open the destroy node on setting screens. Disable visible. Now you can close the screen. I'll devote my entire being to watch over this boss alien. I'll try not to be too obvious. You can count on me. Malcolm dead, darling. So to recap, the destroy sensor nodon will send out a signal when the boss alien is destroyed. But we also want the lockshot techno done to receive the signal from the boss alien while it isn't destroyed. So we want the nodon that will send out a signal while the destroy sensor nodon isn't sending its own signal. Looks like we'll need a nodon which likes to do the opposite of everyone else. Or who do you think it might be? Time to cut off our charming friend not nodon. Tee-hee-hee. You can say I'm not afraid of no boss alien. Now we can connect them together. Now connect no, but not hold on. Okay. And when the boss alien is destroyed, the shots will stop firing. Yay! Check out the game screen. Yep, like the aliens too. Hit detection's a bit weird, but that's okay. Wait for it. Ah! Ah! Well, I would have been dead if I enabled destructible. Perfect. No more shots flying around. Yeah. Alright, yeah, we can pull off a Kenshiro with this guy too. What? What? Okay. Our work on this boss is finished. However, I think defeating the boss should have more of an impact, don't you? Yeah, I agree. Onto the program screen to add sound effects for when we defeat a boss. Let's do it. In order to play sounds, you'll need to call up play sound node on. There we go. If it's sound effects you want, I'm your node on. Ka-ching! Let's open up the play sound node on settings. Select funny. And huge explosion. That's it. That's the spot. That's the thing you should hear when taking out a boss. Now you can close this and leave the screen. Next, connect the destroyed node on to you. Okay. How will this look on the game screen? Okay. Boom. Boom. Let's see. Whoa. Oh, that was close. It's a good... Ah, dang it. And that's a boss-busting sound if I ever heard one. Hit detection is still a bit weird. I think it's time to turn off the player's invulnerability. Okay, sure. Enable destructible. And viola. Viola. We put the player back to normal. Time to check the game screen. Of course I do. Whoa. You. Wait for it. Wait for it. Easy peasy. Not even taking a hit. Once you're done, head back to the program screen. Alright, you did it. That's the end of Step A. You're safe? Great. Alright, buddy. Congratulations, Kablamo. We're done making our boss. Now we're going to finish this game by making a goal. Risky run is nearly complete. I'll be waiting for the next step. Making a goal. Come on in. Things are really coming close for our risk dwellings. We've been filling our level with all kinds of things. Some mechanics, items, bosses. This time we'll be making a goal. The end is in sight. Without further ado, let's go to the program screen. Go, go, go. First, let me flex a little bit. Yep. Ouch. Nah. Oh, apple first. Boom. Boom. Huge. Whoa. Ah, yeah, almost ran right into your attack, boy. Oh. Just destroyed itself the same time I ran into it, jeez. Huge. Okay. Let's try this again. There we go. First, let's make a few platforms for our level. Copy this note. Okay. We'll make you a bit smaller. Yep, keep it going. There we go. Here we can put down a treasure chest, our goal. Objects, fancy. Other fancy. Or rectangular treasure chest. Of course. Every game has to have a treasure chest. A game without treasure chest is very lonely. Oh, wait, you don't want me to adjust the size? Okay. And open the settings. Under properties, disable movable. And when the player... That should make checking things easier. Place the teleport object node onto the blue thing. Okay. Let's check the game screen. Huge. There's our treasure chest, folks. Looks pretty fancy, doesn't it? I think we'll need to make sure that the touchable chest starts a goal sequence. To the program screen. Right now, we need to determine whether or not the chest has been touched. To do that, we need the touch sensor node on. Sensor. Touch. There you go. Yikes, you can't just call someone out the blue, you startled me. I thought I wasn't gonna be in this one. Let's make this poor note on a big builder and stack it on top of you. Okay. Guess that's a little too big, okay. It's okay. Now open the settings. Disable visible. Then open check what? Enable person only. You. Close the screen, yep. And you. Yep. Next, we want the sound to play whenever we touch the chest. Can you call up the sound node on? Do. Open jingles. Jingle bells. Super happy. Close screen. Connect the touch player node on to touch sensor node on. To play port. Okay. There we go. When you touch that treasure chest, prepare to be amazed. Ta-da! I think just having sound alone isn't going to be enough. This is an end of a level we're talking about here. Call a party popper effect node on. Special objects, effects. Party popper, there we go. Alright, bud, it's your pal effect node on. This game's called Risky Bun, right? Yeah, I had a few of them. Yeah, I had a few of them in my time. Let me tell you, one time I had this blueberry muffin. Well, blueberry muffins usually never make you crap your pants that much. And if they do, I feel bad for your butt. Or your stomach. It's been in its pack for a while, and that blue might have been a bit green, but I was super hungry and figured it'd be fine. Anyway, I bit into it and it shouted at me. You see, I've been stewing its pack so long I'd actually achieved some semblance of sentience. Yeah, you're saying the game's called Risky Run? Oh, well, I had a few of them. Let me tell you this one. I'll forget this conversation if you will, Terence. Just move the effect node on. Now connect the touch center node onto the effect node on. Lastly, we'll pick the treasure chest. Lastly, when we pick up the treasure chest, we want the game to reset. To do that, we'll need a timer node on. Place it below. There we go. Now, right here. It'll open the timer node on settings. Set output to free. Oh. There we go. Now you can choose this. Connect the touch sensor to the timer node on. Touch sensor, okay. Now we'll call in the retry node on for help. Okay, output, there we go, retry. Put it down here, there we go. And we'll connect the two together. Alrighty. That's one and that one's one, done and dusted. But will it all work out? Let's find out. That's the treasure chest. There you go. The game did an automatic reset after the goal sequence. Now we're finished with the goal. Let's head to the program screen. And here it comes. Step 9 is done. Congrats. Good going, pal. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yep. With this goal, Risky Run is all but done. All that's left is the next step. It's about putting your own personal spin on the game. See you in the final step. Alright then, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. Welcome to the last step of Risky Run. We've done all kinds of work on this game, and now we're finally at the finishing touches. In the last step, you're going to put your own spin on the game. First, we'll make little adjustments to the shots the boss fires. Okay, you know the drill. To the program screen. Let's get to it. Here we have our fancy object node on. Do you know we can connect it to a texture node on? And you can add your own drawing to what's being fired. Amazing, right? But first we need to prepare by opening up the launch node on settings. Set the object shape to box. And disable. Then go to properties and disable visible. That's it for the groundwork. Next, call up the texture node on. Texture, okay. And the picture is like a mirror that reflects who you are. No need to fear, just draw whenever you come across. Let's make the same size as launch object node on. Now we just connect the two. And we'll take a look at texture node settings screens. There we go. Let's open the texture face. You'll want to enable just C there. Z minus. Now let's draw something. It can be anything you want, whatever comes to mind. I mean, since we're drawing projectiles for the guy, I think it would make sense to start with a little bit of a fireball. Okay. Now you get to see me draw, folks. That's right, it's now the opposite of Gartic phone. Okay. Although this is going to be hard to draw a fireball, though. Especially... Okay, but we can do some editing still. Gonna detail the crap out of it, though. Oh, actually, let's get rid of this whole thing. Scrap it all. Scrap it all. God, I love the sound it makes when it erases. It's so silly. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, wow, that's a little too big, actually. I think that's about as good as can look. Now, let's go ahead and get some red in here. The red hot fireball. Although it's gonna not really look that good though, but that's okay. Whoa, careful. Because if you're looking for a pixel art experts, I'm not the guy. It's okay though, because I do kind of wish I had a mouse for the drawing though, because trying to do this all on Pro Controller is a bit difficult. Okay. Go try to trace these lines out. Okay. Wow, and the sensitivity of this thing is really high too. But I do kind of want to get this over with too, so it's also that. Whoops. And trace over you. Luckily, everything here is just trace overable. Whoops. There we go. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our black in there. You know, just to give it more of an overview, kind of. Oh, wrong color. Then we can get rid of the yellow that's there, too. There we go. There we go. Although I have to admit, though, chat, if I were pretty much doing this stuff by code, I would be getting way more confused than I would be. Because code is very complex compared to all this. But this isn't too bad either, too. But this one has its own complexities, too. Specifically with the whole X and Y axes and such. Although I probably could also never even go to programming school either, so there's that too. Imagine going to programming school. It couldn't be me. Okay, that's pretty much the closest thing you're gonna get to a decent looking fireball, though. Or at least it's a fireball in my head. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, after all. Now we'll be doing our usual check things before checking our work. That's right. We'll move where the player teleports. There we go. Okay, let's see what gets fired. Whoa! There it is, your lethal creations, Terence. Yep, your shitty-looking fireballs. Also, I can't defeat the alien without a freaking power-up, though. Just saying. You can totally change the feel of it by changing the image to lightning, fire, or whatever. Now, switch to the program screen. I think there's something else this game might be lacking. And that's some music. We need some good background music. Called background music note on. Yeah, baby, you're building up this game making skills. I gotta shout, because it's giving me chills. Unveiling program and sequence in the light of day, you're making a game anybody can play. We're also going to need the constant note on to trigger the music. Okay? Right there. And play. No, play. There you go. Now up in the background, music note on settings. Could you open the theme settings? Next, select skipping. I think this fits the game pretty well, don't you? Now you can close the screen. Now let's see how that works. Wow, having music really does give the game a different atmosphere. Off to the program screen. So now we're done with the preparations. All that's left is put some finishing touches on the game yourself. There's all kind of things you can do. You could use texture note on to draw something for the boss's attacks. You can adjust the background music however you want. You can change the color of the level's platforms. Plus, you can freely move to teleport or an object note-ons around. Using that to check your programs while you work should help make things easier. As always, once you're done, just push buttons. That's all that's left to say. Start programming! Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I think these platformers... Wait, how do I zoom out? Okay. First, let's do some adjusting to these platform colors. And you know what? Let's go with a little bit of... Let's use a color we haven't really used that much of. We're going to use green. We're gonna make all these green. Because why the hell not? Oh, well, we could keep that one yellow, I guess. Oh. Kinda wish to... Do. Wait, where the frick was that teleporter node on that we just had? Not you. Oh, it's you. Okay. Okay. We'll need you at the very... here. Okay, good. Got green. Gotta get some more color to these things. Alright. You're green too. Okay, good. And the box, we'll leave you blue. And you know, make you green as well. And you, also green. There we go. There we go. We'll make you green as well. Yips. There we go. Okay, lime green, okay. And we'll make you also green too. There we go. Whoa, I didn't think you would slide that quickly. Jeez. Okay. Do. Okay. Yep. And we punch. Then we're on the alien part, so... You know what? We can do something about the tax here. Press Y to punch. You know what? Let's make you orange. No, actually, let's make you... Keep on playing, just so we can check it. It's like Mario Maker minus the Mario Maker. Okay, that's good. Very nice, very nice. Also, let's change this block to something interesting. How about brown? There we go. And we're gonna keep making these all green. Because why not? Oh, let's make the boss area at least a little bit special. We'll make that black. And let's see. Keep on making you green. And you also green as well. No, not lime green. Great. Regular green. There you go. And then to represent your goal, let's go ahead and make you brown. Green. There we go. Now then, before we press done, let's actually clear the game. The whole game. Yeesh. 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 Well, it's not really much of a game, it's more like a mini game, but yeah. Yep. Yeesh. You. Wow, it's been 3 hours already, jeez. Boom. Damn it. Ouch. Don't worry, we got this. Instant death does kind of bite a little bit, but it's not unbearable though. Go. Alright, let's wait for that fireball to get done with firing. Okay. Damn it! Dang, I was so close too. Yeah, imagine being good at your own game. Yep. Beam. Douche. I gotta be careful because this bastard is like insta-death. There we go. He's down. And there we go. Chest cleared. Alright, we're done. Yeah, I'm done. Done already? In that case, we can get teleport object now. No. Done to the entrance. And we'll remove teleport on that. Okay, show me the game screen. Okay, jump. So this is Risk and Run Terence style. Yep. Had to color up your place a little bit because it looked a little too boring. Terence, I can feel your style just flowing through the game screen. Okay. Indeed, indeed. And here we are, we're finally done building Risky Run. When you're done, let's go to the program screen. This is exit equals built-in nest. Awesome, this game looks like so much fun. Delicious. You're amazing, Terence. Yeah, thank you. I'll follow you forever, Terence. I'm shocked. I closed my eyes for a second. Someone built an awesome game. If it means we can get things like this, I keep watching. Nice work, Terence. Knew you could do it. That was some pretty high-level stuff we had to program for this game. There was some high-level stuff. But I just knew you had what it takes, Terence. Yeah, thank you. You're practically the only person who believed in me. What? What in the Roblox? Yeah, I guess you could call this Roblox. Back to the menu we go. There we go. Lesson 4, game complete. Programmer Terence. May 8th. Risky run has gone gold. Great work. You really made a dent in interactive lesson notes. You're more than halfway through. Gotta say, Terence, you're really surpassing expectations here. Everyone's amazed at your progress. Try and keep up the pace for the second half and you'll be golden. Alright, let's add Risky Raid to my games list. It might be fun to go back and play some of these games again. As usual, why not get some of the folks you know to try out your new game? We'll see you in Lesson 5. Well, of course, before we do that, they're probably gonna throw these at us. Yeah, just as I thought. Alright, we're gonna have to go ahead and do the checkpoints. Welcome back, Terence. So we're halfway through our checkpoints now, too. Let's get our brains in gear and tackle some puzzles. Alright, we'll go ahead and do these puzzles and then we'll... Alright, we can't do much about you. But can we do much about you? Oh, actually... Yep, that means we'll have to do some messing around with you. Nope. Which means this is going to be pure guesswork. Well, this is going to be very tricky. What if we... Okay, we can't adjust you. What if we did this? Well, that's too... Okay. This is where the puzzles start going in. Okay, we're on the right track. Okay, so let's try adjusting you all the way here. Wow, that's, Actually, that gives me an idea. Let's adjust you over here. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate the assistance. But nah, let me cook. Because the point is to get the thing to get to the thing. To get the apple to get to the person. The hard part is just figuring out my providing. Okay, there we go. Okay, that took a while, but that's okay. Just the right range. Okay. Okay. Nope. Nope, can't adjust you. Then what about you? Can we adjust you? Yes, we can. Okay, I think we can do that one. We just gotta get it. No, okay. Alright, okay. Whoops. Just you. Oh, how about we adjust the right a little bit then? Will that work? Okay. Okay, how about a little bit? There we go. Here we go. Nice. Waking up the flap note on. Okay. Well, he's on, so what's the problem? Oh. But then, what's moving the block, though? Okay, cut this connection. Then input 1. But then result should be you. Maybe Z? Not that I know. Oh, maybe I can connect the result to you. Feels like it makes sense for you. Oh. Oh, I can't even get to the thing fast enough, though. What if I can... Oh, no, I can't. Okay. Nah, it's just gonna keep being the same no matter what. Okay. Okay, no. Close you. You should already be on, so... Then what if we do this? Oh. Yeah, no. It's just a matter of connections. Oh. Just flew right off the screen. Okay. Okay. I think the tricky thing is... Whoops. Let's sever that one. Okay. Yeah, the tricky thing is that this block is moving faster than we can break this object. So I'm thinking there's gotta be something. It's a connector puzzle, but the problem is we're not really sure how to stop you. Yeah, I think I'll probably... Okay. If the number other than the flag will turn on. When it's off, it'll be 0. What are simultaneous inputs? Okay. Oh. What if we do that? Oh, actually... then result... What if we connect you to the same thing? Nope, okay. Or Z. Oh, wait, actually, we need to move you to Z. And then you to X. Yeah, I think I'll probably turn to some help. Flag node on, is it on or off? Hello there. This time some game screams has a person in blocks. They flashlights. What happens if you press X? You'll shoot some spears with sound effects. Yeah, we're shooting balls out our chest. See what happens. Turns off. So without any further to the program screen. Hi, Terence. Hey, yo. Here we are. All in a row. Dun-dun, how are you? Eureka, you're hard to find to turn sounds and attacks off just by pressing a button? Leave that to me. I'll teach you how. Kapow. But first, let me explain myself for song. When your world is all binary, and you want to get your code on for all your offenses, for all your on and offish needs, just call your friend Flagnodon. See, knock knock, Flagnodon. Please. Who's there? Flagnodon's name, don't wear it out. I just crooned out my heart to you and you're snoring? Well, whatever. Back to teaching mode. Look at Flagnodon's inputs, if you please. On that port receives a signal, whoosh. The Flagnodon will be switched on. After that, the Flagnodon will output a signal continuously, swoosh. But if the signal hits the off port, then the Flagnodon will switch off, berserks. Then no more signal will be output. Thank you very much for all your efforts there, Flagnodon. Anyway, Flagnodon can be in one or two states, on or off. When they're on, they output the signal constantly. When they're off, they don't output anything. That suggests there's a button node on for Y connected to the on port, you see. So when you press that Y, the Flagnodon switches on. And when I'm on, I'll output a signal. Then I'll set the signal to play sound node on and the launch object node on. And then comes boom, bam, and pew pew pew. Then that signal, and the party really starts, fire away. I have a strong connection with person node on, you see? Which means person node on here can fire spears. And thank you for the super chat, Jose. Much appreciated, much appreciated. You'll also see that the button node on for X is connected to the off port. Hey, if you press F, the Flagnodon will switch off. No signal if I'm off. And with that signal, there's less pew pew and no blah blah blah. That's one way of putting it, I suppose. Put another way, it's like this. Switching the Flagnodon on and off switches the sound of spears and on and off. Anyway, now that you learned a bit about Flagnodon, want to give another look over to the game screen? Once you play Flagnodon, to remember, the reason you get all the sound and light show is because the Flagnodon is outputting a signal. Nodon will switch off. That shuts off the signal, and things around here are a lot more peaceful. Remember this whenever you want to switch signals on and off of using some kind of action. Flagnodon's your Nodon. Let's go back to the program screen. See, do you have any more idea what I can do now? If you change the port connector on my port, then the trigger switches me to change too. Like if you want to make it so picking up an apple will make you able to jump. Want to try it out? First time? Okay, first it's time to say goodbye to the object node on. Need a fancy object now to make an apple. A nodon that makes you jump? That's the opposite of Newton's apple. A very rebellious design, and that's so you, Terence. Always on the cutting edge. Now select the flag nodon. Copy. Let's move this one to the left. Okay. See. Now we're going to need an object break nodon. Well, hello there. Do you want to know the exact moment an apple breaks? Then I'm your gal, honey. When the apple breaks, it pings. It's me, a little old signal, you see. And now we're able to make it so breaking the apple will switch the flag nodon on. Now we just have to make it so that when the flag nodon switch on, the person becomes able to jump. A button nodon and a nodon should be able to help with that. Yo, I got it covered. And I'll be keeping a sharp eye on for signals and the button nodon for A of the flag. Well, let's get programming. And input 2, there we go. And then connect you to jump, there we go. So now when the apple breaks, the person will become able to jump with B. If you like, you can think of breaking the apple as grabbing it. You don't think... There we go. Now take the apple. Press B again. It's a pretty nifty little trick, isn't it? If you want to enable things to do something happening in the game, flag nodon has your back. This is great for creating power-up items. Remember it well. Let's get back to the program screen. Welcome back. If you need things to turn on, call your old pal the flag nodon. Tell me, Flagnall, not sleeping again. Fire the marshmallows, I'll eat them all. What kind of dream is that? Okay. I'm out tilted. Oh. There you go. Connect you to on. And flag is on. Oh, wait, we can just... Whoops. Yeah, this one's way too tricky. Because the thing is that we don't really have anything to activate, turn it on. Unless... I'm out tilted. Oh, in that case, let's... Yeah, screw it. Power in your punch. Okay. Oh, we gotta connect you to... There we go. Let's go ahead. Say, destroy what? Blocks? Okay, looks like you can't move you. Okay. Okay, I can't connect anything. Do 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 do. Come on, game. Looks like you're having trouble. Okay. Making punches destructive. Yeah, punch everything. Hello there. Well, here we have a nice colorful box man. See how the box? Go and smash him. Way ahead of you. Ah, that's the stuff. How to make things break when they... Yep, we had that right. Oh, Terence, didn't see you there. Anyway, check out, I got an ability. I can break things just by punching them with my bare hands. Yep. We're free, a bit delicable, right? Oh, peeps, isn't this the coolest thing? And do you know how I got this awesome power? But node on destroyable object node on bestowed upon me. Yo, push-ups. Chips, make your punches just stronger. Push that button. Down and push it again. How terrible. Well, to not know one's strength. The button node-ons connect to my actions. Yep. Yeah, I know this already. So basically, yeah. That's not the whole story, though. Giving a person power of fisticuffs doesn't give them the power to break things. We're going to need a program to... and some object destruction to make that happen. Yep, that's you. If you want things destroyed, I'm here to make it happen. When the person punches, I'm the one that actually breaks the objects. Whatever I touch, breaks. Connecting me to the person node-on sticks me to their front. Then you see I'm linked to the button node-on too. When the button node-on gives me a signal, which is say when Y is pressed a certain thing, and breaks. Punch for me to remember. So when the person punches the object they're touching, Ching is blasted to smithereens at the exact same time. Hey, you're a perceptive one, aren't you? I like you. And you, Terence, you shall understand the nature of my duties. Let me show you. Make me visible. Close the setting screens. Now you already see exactly where I'm lurking. And you'll see how I destroy things. Now, Terence, give in to your most destructive instincts. Let's go break the things on there, I guess. Yet that scare frame sent to the player. That frame is due to the object destruct not is connected to the person. Bye-bye boxes. Technically a hitbox. So that's how the destroy object node-on can break items when its punch is wrong. And that's how to break things with a punch, or at least how it looked what you were doing. Let's head back to the program screen. How about we break things in a different way? Let's rearrange the object node-on. See ya, boss. All done, bud. Now we get a flying punch. And wait the punch from below. See? First, let's change. Select action. Change to celebrate. Now to the close screen. Let's see what kind of action this is. Or punch from below, but it didn't break, not even a dent. It's because the destruction nodon's aligned to the front of us. Even though the punch hit home, just white frame didn't touch the box. Let's go back to the program screen. Looks like you're having trouble destroying things, Terence. I understand your frustration, but I'm here to help. Change my connection point. To Y. Now close the screen. Close this too. Okay, that change its access. Take that, box! This time destroying object while touching the box, so it broke. So this is an important thing to keep in mind if you want to align a person's action in an object breaking. Anyways, bear in mind, destroy object nodon's connection point. When you're done messing around, let's go back to the program screen. Hello again. Hey now, I'm one of the person nodon's actions. Together we'll make beautiful phone music, a symphony of destruction. Yep. Well, basically, we gotta link you to here. And then what's the punch button is you? Then you. There we go. That was easy. Now let's wrap this up finally. Your position. Okay, we can't adjust you. What about you? Can we adjust you? Nope. Okay. Okay, I can move. Okay. Looks like we'll have to fiddle with it before we can get it to work. What if we did this? Okay, can I adjust you? No, I can't. What about you? No, I can't. So the only thing I can technically fiddle with is the constant nodon. Okay. Oh, okay. I think we should probably set it to 360 then. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, okay. I think I get it now. We just gotta keep fiddling with this thing until we get the right amount. No. Yeah, the thing is that I just don't know the exact thing I should set it to. And that's what makes it complex. There we go. But we got it though. There we go. We did it, chat. We freaking did it. Terence, that was awesome. You're getting better and better at this whole game builder garage build this. At this rate, you just might be able to do some programming on your own. Keep working hard until it's part of you. I'll be waiting for you at the next checkpoint. See ya. And there we go, we finally unlocked Lesson 5. About halfway done here, folks. Alright then, folks. I think now's a good time to go ahead and end the stream right here. We managed to create another game as well as get through another checkpoint here. And of course, we never got bored along the way too. So with all that said, folks, I want to thank you guys for watching and being here, and I'll see you all next stream because I gotta go sleep. So bye-bye. Also, if you enjoyed today's stream, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more streams and whatnot. Also, check out all my socials in the description below. And if you want to support me further, you can also go ahead and join my memberships as well for emotes and such as well. And of course, when you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification as well to receive all notifications so you won't miss a stream, upload, or a post for me. And with all that said, folks, this is Terence signing off. I'll see you all next stream.